Howdy there. So I rented Never Let Me Go. Watched it yesterday, and it's okay. I'm going to give it a 7. I rented it primarily for 2 reasons. One, if you look at music videos in the late 90s, basically boiled down to 3 names, in my opinion. Spike Jonze, Michel Gondry, and Mark Romanek. And Spike Jonze and Michel Gondry have gone on to make several films. Michel Gondry has made a blockbuster, Green Hornet. Spike Jonze has made art house Oscar-nominated hits, and Mark Romanek never seemed to do much. He made 1 Hour Photo, and then did he do anything else? I can't remember. Anywho, this is directed by Mark Romanek. So I was excited to see him back in the game. Also, Keira Knightley. She's my girlfriend, so I have to support her art. You know, so there you go. I thought it was okay. It's about... You hear it right on the back of the box, so in a way I kind of wish the back of the box didn't tell me, but they're about clones. It's a science fiction film in a way, and I really liked it when it was focused on the science fiction part. But it really kind of seems like 2 different movies to me in a way. So you've got a home for nothing but human clones. They make offerings or donations, I can't remember. They're there for organs of their clone, and, you know, if they need whatever organ at whatever time, they're going to give it up. So they're like scheduled for like 4 donations, but if they need the heart the first time, then they're taking the heart the first time. So you get to see how these clones are raised for this purpose. And, of course, the clones do in fact have souls, and are in fact human, and do in fact fall in love. And this is about a love triangle of 3 clones who are basically doomed, who know their fate from an early age. Stars that's what, you know, that's why I think you should watch the movie, is for the acting. Stars Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, Keira Knightley, Sally Hawkins is in it for a little bit from Happy Go Lucky. I was so happy to see her. She's a fantastic actress. And Happy Go Lucky is one of my favorite movies of recent years. So all the acting is very good. It's kind of easy acting. It's not too demanding. It's basically, they all just kind of had to be sad, at least at some level of sad. Maybe just like slightly morose, or just intensely crippled from sadness. I'd never seen Andrew Garfield in another movie besides Social Network. He's going to be Spider-Man, so I enjoyed seeing him here. I enjoyed him more in Social Network. I didn't realize he was British. That makes 2 of America's most popular superheroes, Spider-Man and Superman, being played by British guys. So that's kind of funny. All the acting is very good. It's not very varied, but they're all... Carey Mulligan, I think, is an amazing actress. Her eyes are far older than she is. You know, she has a very old soul, I think. And I don't know. I'm just surprised with the depth she gets out of her performances. The first hour of the film I liked a lot more. The time spent in the school, we see them as small children, and we see them grown up living in the school, and then moving to the cottages in preparation for the donations. I really liked all the science fiction stuff from like the first hour, explaining what it's like to be these characters. But then, at like the hour mark, for me, it like really almost noticeably hits a wall where just everything slows to a crawl, and it becomes about the triangle again, the love triangle. They go off and they have separate lives for a while and come back together. We don't get to really see any of that. But so it's like they're together and then they're apart for like 5 minutes, where they're supposedly living their own lives for a while, and then they're back together through sheer coincidence. Actually, it felt forced to me. Again, it just like hits a wall where now it's just like sitting and staring and talking, and all of the interest for me was kind of gone. And also for the first hour, there's just like this creepy tone that is maintained, and that tone is gone for the second half of the film, and I really missed it. That tone, that air of mystery was what kept me watching, and then all of a sudden it disappeared and I kind of lost interest in a way. It's gorgeously shot, though, very well directed. Every shot is composed as if it was like a painting. A lot of detail went into the set design, into the cinematography. Again, it's a gorgeous looking film. Mark Romanek does know how to direct. He's what I would call a classically trained or an observed director. He frames everything perfectly. The center of attention is at the center of the frame. It's nothing groundbreaking here. It's just a very well made, classically themed movie. And again, I think it's good for Mark Romanek. I want to see him more. I've always thought, again, if he was one of the great young directors in the late 90s, and I wish he would do more stuff. And again, I was glad to see him here. And again, the film is gorgeous. Excellent use of color for the first half of the film. In their young days, everything is bright and golden and glowing, and then as they are nearing completion, everything is blue and gray and dark. Color was very well used here. Again, it really felt like two different movies. It's a 2-hour movie. The first hour felt like something. The second hour felt like something else. So really, I guess I would have to call it uneven. But still, I think the good outweighs the bad. It's gorgeous. All of the acting is solid. Keira Knightley is beautiful. I can't even really think when she's on the screen. I had to find myself having to pay extra attention because, whenever she's on the screen, I just tend to go blank and stare. So I think it's worth a rental just for that if you're a Keira Knightley fan. And it's a good love story. I mean, if you like the love stories, if you're a lady, I think you'd really like this movie. It's a good love story. It's not very uplifting. It's not a romantic comedy. It's not very comedic, but it is wise. It has something to say. So that's Never Let Me Go. I can't think of much else to say about it. It's a 7. Definitely worth your time if you want to see something like that. So, all right, that's it. Thanks. Bye.